You know what's funny? A lot of people around the world assume that us bronies, we're complete weirdos because of the fact that we love a cartoon that's targeted towards little girls. You know what I believe? I believe all those people are wrong. I believe that we're not weird. We're just as normal as you people out there. My true definition of people who are crazy and have full of insanity inside them are people who do such crazy and insane things that it ends up becoming the biggest mistake of their lives. And the fanfic that I'm about to do a review for you guys is a prime example of that. So you might as well listen here. But please do enjoy the review. For this episode, you guys, we got ourselves a great fanfic, one of the most popular, I have to say, and it is called A Rocket to Insanity. And let me tell you, this story is absolutely insane. To the fandom, it's technically called the official yet unofficial sequel to the infamous Grimdark of them all in the MLP fandom, Cupcakes. So with that being said, let's get started with the review. So to start things off, story details. So the story starts off where the whole thing that happens in Cupcakes, it's not real. It's all fake, a myth, bamboozle, hornswoggle. You get the picture. It turns out that what happens in Cupcakes is actually a nightmare in Rainbow Dash's imagination. However, this nightmare doesn't only happen once, it has happened several times. Days, weeks, months. And let me tell you, each nightmare has gotten worse for Rainbow Dash than the last. And Rainbow Dash is just even more afraid to sleep throughout the night and even more broken. And her mental state is absolutely damaged. And not only her mental state, but also her physical state. She can't even pursue her living career as a weather pony. For example, whenever there's stormy days, there's no storms. And when there's sunny days, there's no sun. It's just all a complete mess. And Rainbow Dash is just not doing her job because of the fact that she's having all these nightmares. And it's crazy. And oh my gosh, it's like so surreal. And you might as well say that Rainbow Dash has had better days. But still, one night, that is when all of a sudden Rainbow Dash has had enough and she is just like, what did I, Celestia, what did I do to deserve this? Like, seriously, why can't it all just go away? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Like, she is just so insane and stuff, and she's just so broken. And you may think, why doesn't Rainbow Dash do something about this? Why doesn't she tell her friends about her health? It mentions in the story that she's actually too afraid, and this is where her character as an egomaniac takes place. And let me tell you, I gotta say it pretty much fits well because Rainbow Dash in the show is known to being fearless and she wants to be notable for that, being fearless and all that. She doesn't want, ponies, most especially her friends, to think that she is afraid of something or anything in that matter. And the fact that she can't tell her friends about these nightmares is really impacting her. And not only herself, but also her life and all that. Even her friendships with her friends is impacting her. Like, seriously. But going forward, days follow by, her friends are like, man, something's not right, and soon enough, she one day goes to Pinky's place, Sugar Cube Corner, to see if anything will be like an improvement and stuff. But later on that day, it turns out it wasn't going to make Rainbow Dash better, it was actually going to make her worse. When Rainbow Dash first arrived at Sugar Cube Corner, she was supposed to help Pinky out for cupcakes. And when Rainbow Dash saw that, she freaked out, because in her head she's like, oh my gosh, no! this can't be right. This is just a coincidence, right? The reason why Rainbow was thinking like that was not because of the question that Pinky asked, even though that was a coincidence. It was actually the fact that the cupcake that Pinky held out was the same exact cupcake in her nightmare. So she's like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And then all of a sudden, that's when voices start going in Rainbow's head that Pinky's gonna kill you, Pinky's gonna kill you, and all that. And so Rainbow Dash just all of a sudden backed away and just flipped out and panicked. And so she stuck out a kitchen knife. She reached out for the weapon of defense, and which was a kitchen knife. And so she held it out and she was like, Pinky, just please stay away. Just run. Get out of here. And for Pinky's sake, she thought all of this was a prank. And so she just giggled and stuff. And she was like, oh, Dash, you're quite the pranker. And then all of a sudden, just when she came closer, Rainbow just slashed Pinky in the face, on the cheek and stuff. And all of a sudden, Pinky starts to whimper and cover her hoof, which is now covered in crimson blood. And Pinky is just like, Rainbow, why? And all of a sudden, that's when Rainbow's insane broken phase explodes. And so she starts stabbing Pinky numerously as the voices in her head was saying, kill her, kill her, kill her. And she was just like, why couldn't you just stay away? Why couldn't you just stay away? You could have stayed away, but no, you just keep coming back. Just stay away, just stay away, just stay away. And after that, all of a sudden, that's when Rainbow Dash just wakes up from the brokenness. And she starts to realize, oh no, what have I done? I didn't mean for this to happen. No. And then after she starts crying onto Pinky's dead body, that's when her brokenness starts to come back. She starts crawling to the corner and is laughing and singing Giggle at the Ghosties and all that. Like, seriously, this is what happens, you guys. She is just like, giggle at the ghosty, snorkel at the creepy. And after that last giggle from Rainbow Dash, so ends A Rocket to Insanity. So, here are my overall thoughts. I gotta say, I give credit to the writer. The concept is absolutely amazing. But other than that, I gotta say, the story itself is not bad, and Rainbow Dash's insanity type character is very surreal. And I could definitely see people relate to this when they read this and be like, oh my gosh, like this has happened in my life, where all of a sudden I start dreaming about a bad event that happens to either myself or somebody close to me. And when they see something that's like evidence to that event and that could potentially happen, like it's kind of freaky and stuff. I will say that Rainbow Dash's ego-ness to not telling her friends, it does play well in the story. And I mean, because Rainbow Dash, she's known as being a little bit of an egomaniac. So having her ego all of a sudden get in the way of her health and her friendship and all that can definitely be a possibility to something that does happen in canon in the show and all that. So yeah, I give props to that. However, overall, still, it's not that really much of a spectacular story and whatnot. I will still say it's pretty decent overall. I don't know why, it's just, I'm not feeling it. But overall, if I had to say, is it better than Cupcakes? In a way, yes. I mean, because the thing is, Cupcakes is pretty straightforward and cheesy. It's just, Pinkie Pie chops up the Rainbow Dash and all that. And Cupcakes is more fictitious. However, Rocket to Insanity is more surreal to people out there who have done insane stuff in their lives. Criminals. Overall, if I had to give a final rating, I would give it a 2.75 out of 5. I mean, we'll never forget about Sergeant Sprinkle's iconic fanfic Cupcakes, but at the same time, I gotta give props to this one for making it more surreal on the insanity level and on the character level. And also, not only that, but I also have gotten to become a fan of this fic as well. I mean, not only do I like the original, I do like the alternative a little bit, but my favorite version to the story has got to be the comic version. Like, I won't give too many spoilers, spoilers to this one, but what it's about is where it's kind of like the alternative where it's a happy ending, and the main six afterwards, after Rainbow Dash does the stabbings and stuff, they do bash her and all that, but there's actually more to the story in Rocket to Insanity than you think, and I encourage you guys to check it out. The link in the description to the dub on Scribbler's channel. It is absolutely amazing. It has a great cast such as Scribbler herself, Wubcake, Dr. Wolf, Ilya, and so many more. Like, I encourage you guys to check it out. And also check out Lost Narrator's reading to the original fic. It is also just as good. But yeah. With that being said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of my MLP Grimdark Fanfic review series, and also be sure to follow me on Instagram at FritzRolle732. So for this episode, even though we went on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, the Rocket to Insanity, I hate to say it, you guys, the next fic that I'm going to do a review on for the next episode is so annoying, so frustrating, so sickening to my stomach, and I just absolutely hate this fic that it makes me wanna... Sorry, had a cough there. Uh-oh. That's a wrap, everyone, and I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. See ya. Delete! Sorry, a little bit of brokenness there. Pointless to analyze what we cannot energize.